D&D's official Artificer could have been great. Playing as a tinkerer who builds custom magic items is the stuff of dreams. And while the Artificer fills that niche, it doesn't scratch that itch very well for me. So like any sane person, I decided to do it myself. And after weeks of frustrating design work, sleepless nights, and even a small medical emergency, I eventually created the Technowright. Its main draw is the innovation feature. It's a more involved crafting system that gives a more tactile feel to building magic items. By the way, have I mentioned that it's free and anyone can publish their own work with it? Hello and thank you for being here, and welcome to My Wife Is, the MC, where we take pop culture to pen and paper. I'm V and I've been running and designing D&D Homebrew for 10 years. Now to be clear, I'm not saying the Artificer is a bad class. In fact, it's my favorite official class next to the Warlock. But to me, it lacked any actual crafting that I was hoping the Artificer could provide. Now if you love the official Artificer, that's awesome and more power to you. But if you want to have more control over the magic items you make, then you'll want to stick around for this. Because today we'll be talking about my new class, the Technowright. The word techno adds a modern edge that suggests innovation and progress. Meanwhile, right with a W literally means maker. So first, let's get into the basics of the Technowright. This is a half-caster with cantrips that's intended to fight at mid-range. You get two features at level 1. Spellcasting and Arcane Crafter. Arcane Crafter starts you off on your crafting career, giving you benefits like the Mending Cantrip and Tool Expertise. But its most important benefit is Arcane Jury Rigging. This lets you craft any non-magical item up to a certain gold cost, equal to 5 times your Technowright level. It's temporary though, and it'll vanish when you finish a long rest. This may not look like much, but you'll see it come into play once we start crafting at level 2. Speaking of which, let's head over to my workshop and talk about Innovation. Innovation is the level 2 core feature, which lets you craft special magic items called innovations. This lets a Technowright create rather than just replicate. For this demo, let's say you're a level 6 Technowright, giving you 15 innovation points and a complexity limit of 6. Innovation points are what you spend while crafting an innovation. Meanwhile, complexity limit is the max number of points you can expend on one item. So what do you say to crafting a classic +1 dagger that deals some fire damage? It's easy to do, just follow these steps. 1.
Cut a hole in a box.
Whoops, wrong steps. The first step is providing the centerpiece, which in this case is a dagger. The centerpiece determines what kind of magic item the innovation will be, and the category of effects you can pick from. Speaking of which, step 2 is picking innovation effects. These are relatively small and unique effects that make up an innovation. Under the weapon category is the high frequency metal effect, which grants a +1 bonus to attack and damage rolls. Looking at this effect, it tells you several things. What it can attach to, its level requirement, how many points it'll cost, and what item you'll need. There's also a bit on attunement, but let's put a pin on that for now. This effect is exactly what we want for our dagger. So take a crystal, spend 3 innovation points, and there you go, a +1 dagger. In case you don't have an effects item like a crystal, you're not completely out of luck, because you can still use your Arcane Jury Rigging to conjure up the item. Okay, going back, you still have 3 innovation points to spend before you reach this innovation's complexity limit. So let's install the fire effect. Under the same category, you'll find the Elemental Clasp effect. You meet its prerequisites at level 6 and it only requires 2 innovation points. For its item requirement, the flaming variant needs a torch. So we do the same thing, spend those points and attach the torch to your dagger. It looks complete, but it's missing one key component. Elemental Clasp requires charges to function. To add charges to your dagger, you need to spend another innovation point, maxing out your limit. And there it is, a +1 flaming dagger with 1 charge. One final thing regarding attunement. If any single innovation effect requires attunement, like Elemental Clasp, the resulting magic item requires it. You still have 9 innovation points left, so go ham. If I might make a recommendation, the staff section has effects that let you turn your arcane focus into a spell rifle. Or if you like your damage more up close, the wondrous items section has effects to make cool power gauntlets. If you're worried about balance, the Technowright has several guardrails to keep your choices meaningful without breaking your game. But for now, those were just the level 1 and 2 features. Most other features tie back to innovation, like giving free charges or adding specific attunement requirements. But there is one very important aspect of the Technowright I haven't touched upon yet, and that's subclasses. But first, MC says she's got something for you guys, so keep her company while I get her some food.
Hello! MC here. While V is out getting me risotto, I want to tell you about our memberships. By joining our Mallard community, you get huge discounts, or even full free access to V's growing catalog of D&D homebrew. Membership also gets you access to member-exclusive subclasses. And if spending isn't for you, which we understand, you can still show your support by liking the video and subscribing to the channel. But no matter how you show support, we appreciate you being here. And he's back now. Okay, he'll start explaining the subclasses in just a second. But before I go, here's the 15% discount code just between us. Bye!
Technowright subclasses explore the different aspects of crafting or industry. The Techno Mage, for example, wields the chaotic energy of fusing magic and tech. It has cool weapon and magic switching features, plus a tech armor style feature inspired by Mass Effect 2. The Forerunner, on the other hand, explores the idea of discovering a new energy source that hides an eldritch mystery. It's inspired by Arcane's Jace Talus, which you can find in the second link in the description. 2 subclasses might seem sparse, considering most classes typically have 3 or more. So I added a variant rule you can try out. It's mostly a set of guidelines on how to find and adapt a subclass from a different class. Now, am I saying this variant rule makes the class compatible with Artificer subclasses? Well, you can certainly try and let me know. As I mentioned in the intro, the Technowright is free, and I made sure other folks can use it to publish their own work. You can get your free copy in the description down below. Now, this class is table ready, but that doesn't mean it's perfect. I could always add more effects, especially since the rings and arcane foci sections are looking a little sparse. So if there's something you want changed or there's something in the design that just doesn't feel right, send me your feedback. I added a feedback link at the top of the document, so you can't miss it. If you're new here, I make a bunch of D&D homebrew and kind of made my mark with Common Writer. You can check out my latest Common Writer work with Exade right here. But before you go, let's welcome back MC to honor our Mallard community.
Hello! It's me again. A huge thank you to all these Mallards you see on screen, and an extra special thank you to these Mallard Royal Guards. Elder Light, Tommy Kamen Rider 88, Mr. Phantom, Gamer Gaming, Storm Starshine, Bryant LW, Coinop 1989, KV, Piku, and Cosplay Battle. So V is planning a pretty stacked homebrew lineup for 2026, especially for Common Writer, so we hope you stick around. Until next time, V and I hope you have a great year ahead.